Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to San Diego, Snapdragon Stadium, home to the San Diego State Aztecs. As we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, the James Madison Dukes, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the San Diego State Aztecs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Dukes will kick it away to start. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Let's think just a little bit about San Diego State. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top 2 teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these 2 teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
Dropping back, it's Galladay. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Got a man, it's Sandoval. Still on his feet at the 45. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And that's a great lesson for young quarterbacks out there. You don't have to force every football deep down the field. I know it's 3rd and long, and that play definitely is designated to go to a wide receiver somewhere, but hey, check it down to your running backs. These guys are great athletes, and they can make good things happen when you give them the ball in space.
Give to the back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
The Aztecs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle, it's Sandoval. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
And the Aztecs come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
And the defense is doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Back to throw, it's Galladay. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. They're going to run it. Oh, he's got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Aztecs.
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
And he made the extra point without problem. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. And you don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
They'll run it from the gun. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon, and you're seeing that here early.
Turning it on. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
The Dukes are moving quickly down the field. They'll give it to him again. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Running back searching for a hole. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Dukes kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They'll leave it with him. He gets it across the 25 to the 24. Give him 5 on the carry. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The corners are walked up tight. They'll run play action. Looking to scramble. Going to try to get it himself. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
We've reached a break. It's San Diego State holding the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Looking to pass, it's Wicks. They're working that left side. Oh, what a cut! Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often, and with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Pushes ahead. He's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, James Madison. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. There have been mini-series, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time in that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy, time and time again, trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, we're about to get another look at this San Diego State offense. Gonna run it. It's Sandoval. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Hauls it in. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Oh, he's got a chance. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Looking for a man. It's Galladay. Caught near the sticks. It's moved. Breaks into the open. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to adjust the pattern. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Pulls it in. It's Sandoval. There he goes. Out of bounds after a big pickup on the play. Just a couple of yards short of the goal line.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
The Aztecs line it up with a 1st and goal. Barges ahead. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Release to the back. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Taking it the other way.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
With the run on 1st and goal. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for a man. It's Galladay. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Now on 3rd and goal, and that earlier sack left them with more ground to cover. He's looking downfield to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Sandoval. They're going to stop him short, and man, we haven't seen a lot of that. This offense has been a machine on 3rd down. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. He splits the uprights. And with that, they've taken the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Interesting matchup this week in the Big 12 today. In fact, they're all interesting this season. Cincinnati is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Desmond Ridder should never be counted out of any game. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to TCU. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else. Men?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Fires to the wideout. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the 1st down? Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Dropping back, it's Wicks. Makes the catch.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Dukes with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Quick completion on the out. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. Looks as you have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Dukes will snap it on 1st and 10. Gonna look downfield again. And
the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
The Dukes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open, makes the catch.
And that shows you the confidence this QB has in his target down the field. Running the corner route, he's well covered, but he knows if he puts it up in the air, his guy's going to go climb the ladder and make a play for him. Beautiful job.
Dumps it to the back. Finds his target down the middle. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
Yeah, what a nice job finding your matchup, Palmer, on third down. Understanding I got a guy that can catch the ball to the backfield. Nice angle route, getting right there between the linebackers and getting the third down.
There he goes. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. This offense can get a jolt of momentum headed to the locker room if they can take the lead here. Looking to throw, it's Wicks. He's going for the goal line. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Trying to punch it in. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking for the touchdown on third and goal. Here comes the heat. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Dukes.
And that's a great job by this offense. That's how you work the clock. You want to take as much as you can and punch that ball in the end zone. Masterful clock management, and they now take the lead going into the half.
And you just got to wonder, too, David, how does that affect the confidence of a defense, right? They needed to find some way, somehow, to get a stop, limit the damage on that final drive. They give up a touchdown. They're going into halftime now, trailing. They've got to raise their level of play in the second half.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking downfield on first down. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
So now it's second and long. To throw, it's Galladay. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Aztecs will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And here's the return. And the returner will be brought down. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Looking for the corner on the jet sweep. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Off play action. Rush is on him. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Man, that's a great example of KYP. Know your personnel. A QB that doesn't run great, trying to get outside the pocket. Nice job by the defense applying pressure and running him down and getting the huge loss.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He uncorks one deep. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Got some room to run. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
From the gun, the running back has it. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking...
Oh, he's got some space. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, the drag routes put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB, trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the first.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Sandoval.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Back to throw, it's Galladay. Got his man. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long.
Let's go.
From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Listen, I know this running back is shifty. I know he's really good in the open field, but that's just asking too much of him at this point. 3rd and long situation. He wasn't going to be able to make that extra guy miss trying to get that first down.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. It's now a 1-point game, 14-13.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Stopped at the 26, brought it out in the end zone, picked up an extra yard. They'll leave it with the lone back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They go to the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
They'll move the wide receiver. Wide open on the move. He has it on the jet sweep. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You want to stop the jet sweep and be successful, get some penetration right now towards those edges, right where they're running the football. Defense was ready, got him on the ground, and stopped that play before it ever got started.
And the Dukes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. He'll toss it. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
And how about this? They're going to send the kicker out there to try to put a thunderfoot into one. That is no good. And the lead remains at 1 after the miss.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
To the air, it's Galladay. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
They'll throw on 3rd and short. Gonna take a shot. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on 3rd and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
4th down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. Complete out of the backfield. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Loss of 2. It's a turnover on downs.
Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Off off play action on first down. Pocket breaking down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's going to fire deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but
going deep. Makes the catch down the right side. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, James Madison.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W.
Set to advance on the football.
The returner will field it and try to get some field position. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Aztecs offense ready to go back to work. To the air, it's Galladay. Right on the money. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
And that's a great way to start this drive. Listen, we understand the situation. We need a touchdown, we need a 2-point conversion, but you can't get all of that on one play. Stay consistent, plenty of time still left on the clock. Dink and dunk if you need to. Take what the defense gives you.
this is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Looking to throw on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Got him downfield. Makes the grab, and a nice gain gets it to the 35.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. The short hands. It's moved. Turning it on. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Defense is about getting the guy on the ground, holding on for dear life. It's hard, I know, with so much speed on the outside, but you got to get that guy on the ground. When you miss one tackle, next thing you know, all that extra yardage is killing your defense.
They'll run the toss. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Makes the grab. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
And here comes money down for this offense. 3rd down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Caught. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1.
Well, they caught the defense off guard with that play right there. Here they are in field goal range, third and short. You know, the odds say it's going to be a run. Instead, they throw it. They get a big play now setting up first and goal.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Back to throw, it's Galladay. Touchdown, San Diego State! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Yeah, I tell you what, great job by this offense, great execution. You drive down the field, you get the score. Now what's your two-point play? You practiced it all week. What's your go-to in this moment late in the fourth quarter when you need the two-point conversion?
After the score, they need this two-point conversion to tie. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Past the 50. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. He just sets sail for the end zone after the pick and turns it into a two-point return.
Great job on special teams. Getting penetration, getting the block. You've got the convoy. It's a scoop score, 2 points the other way.
And he's not going to take the touchback. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
And that's a really good job by the defense, reacting to what they see. They see the quarterback flip it forward on the touch pass. Now got to go get it, right? Corral that football. He picked up some yards, yeah, but you didn't give up that big explosive play. And now you have to make them earn it now on the next down.
The Dukes can really attack on this second and short. Looking to throw, it's Wicks. Bringing the heat. He's got it. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Wants to throw on first down. The throw. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Well, the receiver getting a little ahead of himself on that one. You saw him calling for the ball. He thought he was wide open. He thought that was going to be an easy catch. The ball finally gets to him, and he drops it. If you're going to call for the ball like that and call your shot, you've got to secure the catch.
Wide open downfield. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll give it to the back. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
Punt is on its way. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position.
We'll take over 1st and 10.
Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Out of the gun to give to the back. Picks up the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field.
Brings up 2nd down.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Looking downfield, it's Galladay. Snagged in the middle, it's Cook. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
The Aztecs are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Grabbed in the middle. It's Carter. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. He's looking to throw. Trying to find the end zone. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Timeout is called. The clock stops with 26 seconds left. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Wants to throw and not much time to work with. Touchdown Aztecs! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. You got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
And he's going to bring this one out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Back to pass, it's Wicks. Here's a throw downfield late. Snags it down the right side. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got the quick pass. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the right. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the 1st down. A huge pressurized kick coming right now as this game hangs in the balance. They get the timeout and the clock reads 3 seconds. And this one can draw us even in the final moments. They'll play it safe and try for 3. And with 3 seconds left, a last chance to extend the game into overtime. Needed a little bit more, and he couldn't quite get it there. It's no good. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.